So the co-main event, let's get into it. We'll probably talk about the co-main event more than it actually lasted because, I mean, fuck. What else can you say about Amanda Nunes, man? She's just a GOAT. She is just the GOAT. There's no one for her. Definitely not at 145. I can see 135, a third fight against Valentina Shevchenko, since both of those fights went to the distance and Amanda Nunes got the nod. I think Valentina Shevchenko definitely deserves a third fight. Maybe, maybe there's a different outcome. But it would be different if, like, say, for example, John Jones versus DC wins the decision, then wins the knockout. I could have that the placement mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it was decision then knockout. But it could be knockout then decision, but it doesn't matter. But like, if you ask me, since John Jones got the knockout, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, I'd love to see it, John Jones versus DC3. That would be insane, but it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Whereas Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko makes sense because it went the distance both times. No one got knocked out. No one got tapped out. It was a decision, And especially with the judges, you have to take decisions with a grain of salt, unfortunately. I wish we had, like, real fighters and people that cared about the sport. I remember there was one time there was, like, a judge playing on his phone during a fight. Like, come on, man. You got one job. And their jobs, like, think about the referees. The referees, they have tough jobs. Judges really, I mean, I want to say that all you have to do is know the sport, but at this point, do you have to know the sport to be a fucking judge for the UFC? Honestly don't think you do. I mean, I think a lot of people just base it on who got, I don't know. I don't know what these judges think. I believe they're like commission judges, right? I could be completely wrong about that, but I believe they're USADA. They're hired through USADA. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the third fight at bantamweight with Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes makes the most sense because there's no one left for Amanda Nunes. Definitely not at 145. She made short work of that girl, Megan Anderson. I mean, credit to Megan for getting in there with the greatest of all time. Amanda Nunes hits like what looks like a fucking train. God. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. It was a submission. I mean, she hit Amanda Nunes hit Megan Anderson really well. Very strong punches, but yeah, I don't know. I digress. Let's do Valentina Shevchenko versus Amanda Nunes at 135 and then if she wins that fight, I think she can hang it up for both weight classes, for 145 and 135. Retires the GOAT at the top. What else can you say, really? She's the best,